Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I am Hortensia Carty. And guess what? It is Friday, and finally the weekend is here.
All right.
Sound like a wrestling
And
announcer?
I wish we could just hit the pause button on the weekend. Can we do that? Like seriously, can we hit the pause button? Any holidays coming up? Are we going to get like 4 or 5 days?
Not yet. We
Not
gotta
yet.
wait at least one more or 2 more weeks.
Maybe about 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. Yeah, about 2.
Before we get there.
Looking forward to it anyway.
Indeed, indeed. Just like I'm sure they're looking forward to the news this morning, and I hope everyone's doing well. So we begin now on the local scene. This from SKNIS. Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and his delegation attended the opening ceremony of the inaugural Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2022 yesterday, September 1st, in Barbados. Kaiso and Carnival was some of the poetic but very familiar words spoken by Nigerian performance poetry artist and award-winning author D.K. Chuka Wumerji. Professor Benedict Ormaha, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Africa Export-Import Bank, Her Excellency Dr. Carla Barnett, Secretary General of CARICOM, and His Excellency Chandrika Prasad Santoki, President of the Republic of Suriname and current Chair of CARICOM, His Excellency Amadou Hott, Minister of Economy, Planning and International Cooperation of the Republic of Senegal, and the Honorable Mia Amour Motley, Prime Minister of Barbados, were the key speakers during the opening ceremony. So they have a lot of persons of affluence and importance at that conference, Afro-Caribbean Conference in Barbados.
It's very important indeed.
Yes.
We talked about the objectives yesterday, so we can't wait to see what the output is of that meeting.
Exactly.
And by the way, I'm not envious of you at all for having that story with the pronunciations. You can keep that. I think you did a good job. All right,
Thank
we're
you.
moving on. Refocus, Recreate, Redesign Independence 39, announced as this year's Independence theme from SKNIS. This year's 39th Independence anniversary will be celebrated under the theme Refocus, Recreate, Redesign Independence 39. The theme was chosen from hundreds of entries that were submitted, and Xavier Roma Richardson submitted the winning theme. During her August 31st, 2022 appearance on Working For You, Ms. Richardson explained that what inspired her to submit the winning theme. She explained rather what inspired her to submit the winning theme. She said, quote, "When I saw the Independence theme slogan competition come up, I was like, maybe this is my chance. I am not a human resource professional, but developing our human resources, our whole human people and capital is extremely important to me, as is sustainability. I am a gender professional. My background is in gender and development studies. So we do not do things for the short term. We do things that are long-lasting, but that also make it better for generations to come." End quote. Putting her passion for language and literature to play, Ms. Richardson added that she first thought about what would rhyme with 39, seeing that this year marks the 39th year since St. Kitts and Nevis gained its independence from Great Britain. And honestly, I think she did a really good job.
Yes, it rhymes very well.
It explains why she won, and hundreds submitted, so that was great that we had such level of participation.
Yeah.
Can't wait for 39.
Can't wait for 40.
No, we're already there. But I feel you. Next year's going to be good.
I'm going to get my co-host. We continue now. This from Win Media. Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Samal Duggins, said the newly elected government is working diligently towards the establishment of a thriving cannabis industry in the country. During a recent briefing on Monday, August 29th, the Federal Cabinet discussed the priority areas for the cannabis industry in the Federation, and according to Minister Duggins, a decision was made to review the laws decriminalizing possession and cultivation of certain quantities of marijuana in the Federation, initiate the long-anticipated medical marijuana industry to create entrepreneurs, economic activity, and to diversify the Federation's tourism product, table legislation that would allow the court to expunge the criminal records of persons convicted in the past of minor marijuana-related offenses, table the legislation that would protect the rights of cultivators. So that's good. In Antigua, you can have at least 5 plants in your backyard, and you're allowed to walk around with at least, is it 15? I think 15 grams.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So thriving industries, you say?
Yes.
We can't wait to see what
Indeed.
comes of that. All right, we're moving on to a check of our local weather. It is partly cloudy to cloudy with showers and a 50% or moderate chance of thunderstorms. A high of 88 degrees and a low of 77 degrees Fahrenheit. That is our weather for today. Take a look at it for the rest of the week. We'll be back in a moment.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Move anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We continue with the latest in regional news. This from Loop News. Labour Minister Joseph Hamilton Wednesday confirmed that a Jamaican national hired by local company Superior Concrete had received payments totaling $3 million Guyana dollars equivalent to 4,000 of US dollar rather. Yeah, how do you get those decimals, right? 0.004 cents to be exact. Okay, so after refusals by the company to honor its obligation, he said that the unidentified Jamaican had received US $15,000 and returned to his homeland last week after being stranded here for several months. Hamilton told reporters, quote, "Last week I had to intervene with Superior Concrete and the Jamaican guy they brought here and were seeking to have him leave Guyana without paying him," end quote. According to the authorities, for outstanding wages and salaries, the Jamaican was paid US $12,500, and the remainder of US $2,500 amounted to his ticket fare and other issues. Hamilton said, quote, "He was hired because of some specific technical skill he had, and he was brought here by the company," end quote. The authorities said that based on investigations, the man had been working in Guyana for 6 months and was initially paid. However, in recent months, he was not paid in full. The Labour Minister said that this is the second occasion that a foreign national had to seek the assistance of his ministry in order to get payment owed.
Now, Guyana, that is very bad on your part, and yes, I'm going to say it because I'm entitled to. Guess what? I am Guyanese. So please pay persons when you have them coming into the country, especially with a skill that maybe they can teach someone else. So you have to be fair, please. Pay folks.
And I think you dropped the mic on that one. I have nothing to add.
We continue now with international news. Assassination attempt over Argentinian vice president. This from the BBC. A man has been arrested after pointing a gun at Argentina's former president, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, as she greeted supporters outside her home. Footage appears to show a man in a crowd aimed the gun at the face of the vice president at close range, but the weapon does not fire. Ms. de Kirchner was not hurt in the incident outside her Buenos Aires home. The politician is in the midst of a corruption trial and was returning from court. She denies the charges. Argentina's economy minister, Sergio Massa, called the attempted shooting an attempted assassination. He said in a tweet, "When hate and violence prevail over debate, societies are destroyed and situations like these arise." Attempted assassination. Footage shared on local media showed the man aiming a gun inches away from her head and appearing to attempt a shot. She then lowers her head, but no shots were fired. In another video posted on social media, others in the crowd appear to try to block Mr. Kirchner from the suspected gunman. A police spokesperson told Reuters news agency that an armed man had been arrested near Ms. de Kirchner's home and a weapon was found a few meters from the scene. They said the man could be of Brazilian origin.
This annoys me, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody has the right to cause another to apprehend fear of violence, and particularly in that fashion. Whether or not he pointed a loaded gun at her, whether or not he fired bullets, she apprehended fear, and I think that's the issue. And bad example altogether. I'm glad they arrested him.
Yes.
So this is my take on your Guyanese story. Yeah. All right, well, there you have it for the latest for today. We'll be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am Salt Smart.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Young people should be at the forefront of global change and innovation. Empowered, they can be key agents for development and peace. This is a quote from Kofi Annan, former United Nations Secretary General. He is an advocate for the inclusion of young people in the democratic process. Today, it is our extreme pleasure to speak with a young person who has recently been given a political mantle. Her accomplishments are such that it would appear that she has been preparing herself for the role that she has now attained. In addition to being an intellectual, she is adept at public speaking, has training in gender matters, policy, and political studies, and has already held leadership positions in various capacities. We welcome Senator Junior Minister, the Honorable Iselene Phillip, in quite an upgraded capacity this time around on Good Morning SKN.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. Always a pleasure to be here. You know, been here, no strangers to the show.
No.
So I'm happy to be here in my new capacity, my new position as Senator of the National Assembly. So I'm Junior Minister for various ministries, including youth empowerment and social development, gender affairs, aging and disabilities. It's a mouthful. It's a lot, but yeah.
It is. It
Yes.
is a lot, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
So very proud of you.
Thank you.
I was joking before we came on air that you are going to be an example for all of the Washington Archibald High School Wildcats.
Hey, go Washi, go.
Exactly. You can achieve it. You can achieve it, indeed. So let's begin with the portfolio that you have. What are you most looking forward to working with?
I think, I'm actually looking forward to working with both ministries. So this for people too who may not know. So youth empowerment is usually with sports and culture, but under this administration, it's actually been split. So it's kind of its own ministry, so we can build out youth empowerment a bit more. And then social development, gender affairs, aging and disabilities has always been a very vital ministry within government in order to facilitate social protections and social services to build resilience and to support the welfare of citizens and communities and families. And so in both areas, I'm pretty excited to work with both areas because, obviously I'm a young person and I believe in youth empowerment and youth inclusion and youth involvement. And on the social policy development side, that is an area of interest based on my education and training and my background in gender studies and development. So I'm actually excited about both areas. I think they're well suited for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I look at your bio, I see that you pursued certain career paths that has led you to this, and it fits perfectly in what you did before. So my question to you is, you will be assisting the Deputy Prime Minister.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So as a young person, what will you bring to this ministry?
So as a young person, I think what I intend and anticipate bringing is a youth-based perspective. And, you mentioned kind of innovation and that kind of growth, and to be able to support the development of these ministries in the areas where, I would like to be able to engage with young people on, a different kind of level, to be able to respond to the things that they're looking for, the things that they need. And as I say, build out the Ministry of Youth Empowerment in particular, and then also for social development, bringing a gendered and youth perspective in order to improve services, improve system efficiencies, so that we can do better at delivering social protections and social services, which are actually very vital in the work that we do as our growth and sustainability as a federation.
Right. So a follow-up question to building out youth empowerment. Initial work what have you surveyed the landscape to be, and what are you looking at?
So, well, like I said, so now that youth empowerment is standing on its own, we're actually looking to see how we can, I guess, build out a secretariat and kind of see how we can fulfill on some of these promises. So we know we've heard a lot about the youth policy and national youth policy for a number of years, and there have been consultations. So I would like to see that policy actually drafted, completed, and adopted. I would also like to be able to support the youth department and the youth officers in the department in terms of their programming and programming delivery, so that we can provide more support to youth-based organizations who do a lot of work. And I'd also like to be able to make stronger collaborations and partnerships actually with social development, because youth work is social work. Youth development is also part of social development. And so I would like to see stronger partnerships, stronger collaborations when it comes to programming and program delivery in relation to youth empowerment. And so that's what I would like to see as the new minister for these ministries. And so I'm hoping that I can work with the staff and departments to be able to facilitate some of these improvements.
Oh man, that is, oh, the ballpark. What about the aging and disabilities part of your portfolio?
So that's actually quite new. So this is the first time, well, it's not new in terms of the delivery of services in these areas, but it's actually been highlighted as part of the ministerial schedule and portfolio, because in the campaign season, we know that the Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Drew, as well as Dr. Hanley, they campaigned quite on some of the plans around improving elderly care services and improving supports around persons with disabilities and the differently abled. And so these aspects of community services has been highlighted because some of the manifesto plans from the SKNLP was to develop elderly care services, to improve elderly daily care, using the community centers to provide daycare services for the elderly, as well as to enact legislation around the prevention of abuse for elderly. And this kind of aligns with the demographics of our population, where we actually have people are living a lot longer. We have a number of centurions, and we already know that through social development, they already do programming to support and celebrate our elderly, especially those who arrive at the age of 100. And so we want to see how we can support elderly in that regard a lot more and improve elderly care, because we know that they are becoming a larger part of our demographic and our population. And that's just as a result of the improvements in quality of life. So, we're grateful for that. But of course, now we have to also adjust and improve our services so that we can support these populations and these people.
I found that you have quite a unique assignment because you were dealing with youth empowerment in one end of the spectrum, and then you're dealing with aging.
Yes. So, well, I mean, if you think about it, to be honest, so the actual Ministry of Social Development and Community Services is really about looking at society from zero to death. And so that is actually the spectrum in which we kind of consider and look at providing services and providing social protection. So that's just the nature of social policy development, because you have to address this spectrum from, like I said, from zero to death. And so for me, it's just kind of, I'm looking forward to the challenges that may arise, and I think it's kind of interesting to see, because you have the different milestones. And I think youth empowerment as its own arm is particularly important because, we always talk about young people being the future, and they really are. And so I think for me, especially as the youngest member of parliament, youngest member of cabinet, it's important for me to bring that voice, and it's important for me to be able to offer that perspective and champion and advocate for young people, especially as we age and we grow, and we want to be able to have a federation and a country and a society that is appealing to us as the next generation and is ready for us to take on. So I'm excited about all of it. It's some of it is new, but it's not intimidating me to the point where I'm like, oh, I can't do this, But I am actually very excited, and I actually want to thank everybody for the support and encouragement that I've received ever since the announcement of my position as my appointment as senator. It's actually been overwhelming, the support, and it's a boost to my confidence, so I appreciate it. So I'm appreciative. So thank you all to everybody.
Well deserved indeed.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in a moment with more of the minister. Stay tuned.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Moves anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN as we continue our engaging discussion with the Honorable Minister Iselin Phillip. So I realize you speak very well, and as I said, 2009 to 2010, you were the Leeward Island debating, is it competition champion?
So yes, I was part of the Leeward Island debating team that came out of this Clarence Fitzgerald College. So I was a second year in my first year, and then in my second year I was a lead to bring home the championships. Both years we did. So debated with some of my peers on the team.
So would you say that's the reason why you were able to express yourself so well?
Oh, absolutely. It helped. I think I've always been involved in youth groups that have facilitated my public speaking skills. So I was also part of my church groups, the Anglican Young People's Association, that we did quite a bit of impromptu speaking, which actually helped develop my public speaking as well. So that just kind of led on to my interest in debate. You know, I've always just been interested in issues, and then debate was actually, it really did help to hone my skills in that area.
Nice.
All right, we're going to make things a little more personal right now.
Sure.
Because, as I was saying, you are the daughter of a priest.
I am, yes.
And we joked about how disciplined you must have had to be at home.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the impact that spirituality has had on your life so far and how you see it impacting your new role.
So spirituality is actually very important to me. So I do subscribe to Christianity. I'm a Christian, and so I do follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, and it actually keeps me grounded. It keeps me grounded in who I am, and when I think about, you know, what my purpose is here on this earth, you know, I always kind of center in regards to the teachings that I was brought up with. And so that's been very important to me, and I think that was a really great gift that my parents have given me in terms of training me in that regard. And so for me, I think based on that, in the exercise of this role that I have in my responsibilities, one of the things it's kind of taught me how to be compassionate in the delivery of my service to the people. I think I always think about how to be fair and how to be just. I think about it's important for me to be honest in the delivery of my own responsibilities. And so these are just character traits and factors that are important to me in terms of the way that I will take my approach to work and in working with my colleagues and in working with the people who I come across. So it's really helped to train me in that way. And so this just forms a part of who I am, essentially. So that's just kind of what it is for me, really.
I love that you said that it keeps you grounded, because I know sometimes in these positions we've seen, unfortunately, and not just here in St. Kitts and Nevis, but all over the world, sometimes examples of what it feels like when people think that they're in powerful positions and they do not have to answer to anyone else. And this is a higher power that you do have to answer to.
Yes, and that's definitely how I think about it. I think for me, public office is about service. And, I would stress to people that, the government is meant to serve the people. The people are not meant to serve the government. And so, and I think that's a clear understanding that I'm confident that the members of this present cabinet have as people. And so that's also what made me say yes to being a part of this team, because I also believe that there's a shared understanding of the service that we have to deliver to the people. And, for me, that delivery of service comes from my higher calling of, what is my purpose here on earth as a human being, to answer to kind of a greater power than is myself or than is any of us, and I think we're here to love and care and serve each other. And so that is, I've been given this opportunity to do that at a capacity that I would never have, thought or imagined at this point in my life. And so that's what I strive to do. That's what I aspire to do. So I just trust that I'll be able to do it well.
I know for persons that are watching this program presently, when you walk into the room, nobody's going to be apprehensive about who you are, because you have already placed their minds at ease concerning being humble, serving, and working together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not in this to, I'm not in this to gain anything. I wasn't expecting it as an opportunity. And so for me, I'm even still at a point where I'm trying to understand this is a platform that I have. How can I use it and define it to do good and to influence positive change across the board? And so, I'm happy to try my best to engage in. Of course, there are restrictions and constraints within the nature of a system that we exist in, and the system is not the best, but, even if it's just to be able to leave the system better than I met it, if that's all I can do, then that's as far as we're going to go, but we'll see,
So, Iceline, Honorable Minister, for a young person who is not self-confident and not sure if they can play a role in democracy, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to, regardless of where you are in this space and in this world, there's always an opportunity to lead from wherever you land. And leadership can be as simple as if you're a sibling in your home and you choose to be the one to make sure that the dishes are washed. Leadership doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be, spectacular. You might not get the glory, but it's about taking responsibility as an individual to say, well, something can be done better, and I'm going to be the one to do it better, even if nobody else is doing it. Not because everybody is doing something means that it's right. Sometimes you just need one person to do something differently, and so I would encourage people to not have to think so grand in terms of what it means to be a leader or what it means to get involved. Sometimes it can be as simple as contributing to a discussion when you're amongst your friends. It can be as simple as when you're in school, contributing to say, well, we don't like the way that this thing goes, or we need more toilet paper in the bathrooms, and advocating for that. You know what I mean? It can be simple, and the simple things then become bigger things, and you develop confidence over time when you learn to use your voice and to walk in your truth. And that is how, I think that's what leadership development essentially is. Every small step becomes a bigger step. So.
This is our next Prime Minister.
I don't know about that, but
I'm predicting.
But yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. It's always so very engaging to speak with you. And
you as well. Always happy to be here.
Yes, as I would dare say, as part of the family of Studio 327, we
Yes.
are very honored to watch you excel, and watch
thank
you
you.
shine, and we're wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do. Thank you all. You know, the general public, again, I really appreciate the support and the encouragement as I take on this new role. And, you know, I look to continue to serve and do the best that I can.
No, and we are behind you. We're supporting you all
Thank you.
the way. So viewers, with that said, stay tuned. Much more after this break.
Has anyone ever touched you here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up my mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the Counseling Center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Friday. Yes, to Friday. So let me bring the energy, keep the energy high. Am I? Okay.
We don't have any alcohol. I guarantee you, we did not drink during the break. Okay, don't worry about that.
Oh my God, Jamie.
She's just naturally enthusiastic.
Oh my God, the shade, even on Friday. Okay. So with so much bad happening around the world, we often forget about all the good in the world. To brighten up your Friday morning, yes, to brighten it up like the sun, and remind you that there are still kind people out there. We'll be taking a look at some random acts of kindness that were caught on camera. Although people say now we're looking clout by doing random acts of kindness and being on camera.
The first thing people tend to do is pull their phone out. It's like, hey, let's get this.
I'm doing
but
this.
you know, if you are in that group that's doing the kind thing, but sometimes I guess these things are not caught by you or a member of your group, which is even better. Right? So it's authentic.
Indeed.
And we can't wait to get to
There is this
clip.
little series I look at on YouTube, and there's this guy that does these random things. Like the last place I think he would have traveled to was Bali, and who would ever give him little things that he asked for? He was just giving them their monies to match.
Wow.
And that was so sweet. He had people crying. I watched one yesterday where he gave this guy that just lost his car, that lived in his car, a new car, because the guy gave him $1 to catch a bus.
Wow.
Well, he was pretending he needed
Brilliant.
$1.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I love stuff like that. Okay.
Random acts of kindness indeed. Yeah, and it's also good to be
shoe and returned it to the kid who dropped it. Probably a good thing. It wasn't the elephant's size anyway.
Forgets, huh?
No,
So
I don't
imagine
forget.
that elephant might remember him even when he's older, if the elephant lives that long. But oh, that was so sweet. It has me tearing up in the back of my eye. Yeah.
So the elephant was kind in the scenario.
Yes.
Great.
So animals can be kind to humans.
Yeah.
So therefore, humans should be kind to animals.
Or each other as well.
Yes. All day, every day. Not even on Friday when you know I'm not going to see you again until Monday, but every day.
All right. I'll do my best to be kind to you for the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why do you act like you're unkind to me? All you do is throw shade. And I work well with the shade.
I know that. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, look at his little hand.
It wasn't until he was able to rig the zip line to stay in place when he was finally able to lift the boy onto the handlebar. Some would have told this little dude that he was too small to ride the zip line, but our friend wasn't about to let that happen without trying everything he could to come through.
That's so sweet. You know, you could have told me you're not tall enough. But the fact that he encouraged him and he did all the things that led him to eventually lifting him and putting him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's gonna remember that, and he's gonna be kind to someone.
Yeah.
Because he definitely witnessed how kindness works.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
There are those moments like that. They're just
Mm.
great, right?
They just have me tearing up in the back of my eye. You know, I'm trying not to cry.
That's
I'm
the way to give
softy
somebody
when it comes to stuff like
a lift and a push.
Yeah. Oh, just that one push sometimes. That's what you need. Even when you go to work sometimes and you don't feel like it, and your coworker be like, you can do this, or somebody brightens your day.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good message in that too. Lift each
Yeah.
other up.
Exactly. Not literally.
She paid for groceries for a mom with 4 boys. The mom couldn't thank the woman enough.
Okay. Are you serious? Yeah. All right. Happy holidays. Thank you. You never know who's nice. All right.
This special
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
People-
So
yeah, right.
she can use the extra money maybe to get some extra gas or something.
A
Pay
mother with 4
bill.
boys, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot. A lot of people have been going through a lot of things, and
Yeah.
you really don't know what people are going through sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just like random act of kindness. It's so easy to be mean sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Too
I
easy.
don't understand how you have to work so hard to be nice, but it's easy to be mean. The bad things are always easy. Do you realize the bad foods are the cheapest? But Jamie, that's true. To
Yeah,
eat healthy,
yeah,
you're broke.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
have 4 items in your cart, and that's almost $300. Healthy eating. Now
Yeah.
you can throw in the wafers, the biscuits, the cheap ice cream, the popsicles.
Yeah.
Less than $300.
Yeah.
So the bad things are always easy.
And I can only imagine what it was like for that woman as well, shopping and
Yes.
trying to give her children
Oh.
nutritious meals and whatever else. Yeah. Prices. Yeah, you really never know. So that was such a random act, and it was. I don't think that she'll ever forget it. And the thing about it is, kindness is contagious.
Yes.
So it's infectious. It's contagious.
Mhm.
It's like a domino effect.
Yes.
I remember when someone was kind to me in a certain situation, I will be kind to someone else.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's a domino
Out of
effect,
his
can we
way
say
to
that?
say-
Yeah, we can.
Oh, it just goes around, comes back
Yeah.
around. Indeed.
save a calf stuck in a big pit and prove that every life matters. She is
You know, I saw one the other day with a dog. It looked like it was his sibling. He dropped in a hole, and he just stayed by that hole and literally until
Mhm.
somebody came and looked in and see that it was him. And then on Good Morning America, I see he got dirty from falling in the hole, and then when they washed him and put them side by side in the picture, they're so cute together. They look exactly alike. But to see that dog did not move until its sibling got rescued. So that's sweet.
You're loyal
Yeah, very.
and faithful.
Yeah. So what are some of some acts of kindness that you witnessed other than what we see on YouTube?
Other than what I've seen on YouTube, well, than what we're seeing today, people saving people from trains falling. Didn't see it firsthand, but yeah.
I saw the other day
Yes.
this vehicle got stuck on the train tracks and people were trying, but apparently they got out. But the train just came and slammed that vehicle off. But I was still wondering, why were they standing so close? Because what if the debris had come back and hurt
Fair enough,
the
yeah.
whole lot of them? Eventually they ran off once the train hit it because they realized it could have been in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. People do some dumb things. I went to West Farm the other day, and you're speaking of traffic, and I literally came out of the intersection, and only because I was tentative, because I saw a vehicle probably a feet away from me coming. There was a passenger bus that was overtaking that vehicle, and had I gone out any more, he wouldn't have been able to brake. And you know what the driving
vehicle
rules
or the
are.
bus?
The bus. He was overtaking the vehicle, and he was literally on my side of the road with not enough room to pull back in had I driven out, because there was no obstruction on my side of the road. Wow. These are the kind of things that happen here, and I just got so irate, and then I just was like, and I just continued driving. But it's ridiculous. I've seen it all the time. We know what the rules are, but we know that people violate them. So yeah, be kind. Touch the driver and say, yeah, don't do that.
I don't think the bus drivers will listen to anyone.
I think they think that they own the road. Yeah, they don't own my life.
It's universal. It's universal. Because
yeah.
when I flew, when we went to St. Vincent, you know, the taxi that can hold 14, they'll fit like 30 in there. And they literally put little seats in between the spaces of the bus so that they can occupy those seats. I had a coworker, I took him downtown, he says, Cotty, I'm never going downtown with you ever again because of that.
You remind me of an experience I had riding public transportation in Barbados. I think it was a Holders Hill bus that we had taken back from town, my roommate and I, who's also Kittian. And oh my gosh, it's just...
You mean the big ones?
Oh, yes, the big yellow and oh my God.
I enjoyed those when I was there though.
You enjoyed those when you were there? You're seeing them cram more people into the bus. You're like, at one point the bus stops, you realize somebody's getting off, and then it's like...
It's the ZRs I'm afraid of. Jeez.
Oh, they get you there quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, nobody knows what we're talking about. It's fine. Random acts of kindness, Hortensia.
Ah. Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, it's a whole lot of it's great to be kind. So you've got to pay it forward. We've talked about charitable organizations, even let's say, what do you call that? House and the other organizations that you donate to here. Kind, they accept donations from people.
Yes.
And a lot of you out there who are watching us right now have donated to causes like that. Yes. So we do want to say thank you for that. And if you can think of any other causes to donate to, or perhaps you can start your own cause.
Yes.
Or raise awareness for a unique cause.
Yes.
Be great as well. All right, so we are going to stop being kind. I'm kidding.
No, never.
We're just going to stop discussing it. We're going to be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one keep fit and maintain blood pressure and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
We often hear older folks say, set a good example. That is, exhibit behavior that can be emulated by others. Some people have qualms with this concept, and some people don't. As we loosen up today, we'll be sharing our thoughts on this. Setting an example. Wow. What are your thoughts, Hortensia? Setting a good example, rather.
Should I put pretending in this sentence? Okay, so when you're outside, you are your best self. So you set an example for other persons to emanate, like Iceline. You see Iceline and you want to do good. Let's just use her as an example. But anybody that has some form of affluence in society that does well, you want to emulate what they do, because you've seen how far that would have projected them by setting a good example.
Okay, so they're in the limelight, and you're thinking, okay, they're worthy of emulation. But if you're in the limelight as that person, do you think it is necessary to set a good example, or do you think it could be a little bit of a pressure cooker to think of it like other people are looking at you, and so you should set a good example? It's a weird thing. It's a dichotomy. It's like some for, some against. Although I could appreciate how the professional athletes deal with that, because their organizations require them to set good examples. If they don't meet the standard, then they're going to lose their jobs. So that's part of their code of conduct, so to speak. Politicians probably the same way, because we have our own code of conduct here. We have to abide by. So similar thing, right?
And now that you speak about the players, because I even look at the way they dress to go into the locker rooms, and I think that's a big thing. Maybe you can look as a way where the designers make money, but it still shows them in a professional light. And for persons that intend to get into that type of sport, this is how you dress. Although some of them look like they just roll out of bed, but I mean, majority of them.
Look, by the way.
Majority of them dress very professionally, like Mr. James LeBron. Yeah, he dresses very professionally. His style is somewhat quirky, but he dresses. And back in the day, Kobe and Jordan in these suits. To me, the players now, they have a bit more leeway with their dressing, because back then, it was strictly suits. You come to play a game, you come straight in your suits. But now, I guess, they're loosening it up a bit.
Speaking of, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. So at what point is it more appropriate, or is it appropriate to have a more relaxed demeanor? Listen, be yourself. At what point? It's interesting to me, because it's like...
You can't tell a politician be themselves. What if they're a joker?
You
They have to. Yeah, they
you
have
can't,
to.
Hortensia?
No, you
can't. I wish they would.
Exactly.
Before the election.
Exactly. Come on. Most of them are upstanding citizens, but if you tell them be themselves, no, man. We don't want to see
they would
that.
before the election. I tell you. You know, it's interesting that you say that, because you want to set a good example, obviously, but you've got to be authentic, and I think it's weird, because sometimes we know that we have those traits that nobody wants to emulate. You're really just like, hey, no, guess what? No, I don't want anybody to do that.
Exactly.
No, I don't want anybody to know that. Right? And then there are other times when it's like, but why do you care? This is who I am. And I think that they're justified in feeling that way to some extent, because I think there's a lot of pressure on people sometimes when they start to think that other people are looking at them, and so they're obligated to set a good example. And it's like, what happened if you never signed up for that? You're just being you.
Exactly. Look at it, Jamie, not to go, but let's go to the north. The governor, I think, is in Atlanta or something like that. Atlanta. He is supposed to testify, but he's not going to testify until the elections is done, because he do not want testifying to hamper his election. So how about that? Look at that.
That's a great example. He's holding out his career and representing his constituents.
Exactly.
That's what they'll tell you.
You see?
Right?
Yeah.
You can spin just about anything, right? Depending on your angle.
Exactly.
You literally can spin it whichever way you want. So that's the whole thing with this thing. It's like this idea of setting good examples. And it's weird, because I find that as a society, we do things very differently. Like, for instance, you'd hear some people say, well, you work in this profession, or you're a teacher, so you should do that. Like,
yes.
I had people say, you're a teacher, you shouldn't be late. That's great. I don't think anybody should be late. But because you're a teacher and you're dealing with children, I've got other people telling me, you shouldn't be late, you shouldn't be late, you shouldn't be late. And then you look at other professionals, or would-be professionals, and that's one of the traits that they have all the time. It's like nobody cares. And talk about a good example.
But I guess they want you to be there on time, so you set an example for the students that might come late to see teacher come late.
So what about the example for the employees as well? You know what I mean? Those sorts of things. It's like there's like a disconnect, because I think sometimes when we talk about setting a good example, there are some of us in society who think, you know what, I've already paid my dues. I've already been where you are. Those things don't apply to me anymore. So forget a good example. You do what I say. I don't have to be a good example for you. I am already at that level.
But people don't do what we tell them. People do what they see. You realize that, right?
People do what they want.
They do,
as long as they know
but then they still do what they see.
Really?
Yeah.
Depends. On it. I get you, but it also depends on the environment. And to the minister's point as well, when it comes to what it takes to be a leader, sometimes we have good examples of that. Sometimes we might not. We have to be our own agents of change. But it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because sometimes setting a good example means that you're going against the grain.
Yeah.
And how do you do that and feel validated if validation is what you're looking for? Yeah. Because setting a good example could be an unpopular thing to do.
Indeed, yeah.
We say it like it's easy and everybody should be striving to set a good example. But if you're in an environment where everybody's become accustomed to bad examples being set, then trying to set a good example puts you on the chopping block, so to speak.
Yeah, like the teacher's pet we spoke about earlier this week.
Exactly.
So imagine being a perfect A student, doing everything the teacher says, just doing your own do, and people just label you just because you're that of a person. So if you don't fit the crowd, I shouldn't say the mold, you don't fit in the crowd, then you're the bad thing. Imagine the good thing is the bad thing.
Guess what? I'm going to say it again, Cortesia.
I
don't care. That's just it. It's like you cannot cure. Be you. And in a sense, and I'll go back to, again, our conversation with the minister when she talked about the higher power and that being, or that whatever it is for anybody out there that you think you derive your standards from, your standards, your behavior, your conduct, etc. That's important, because that level of humility would always put you in that space where you realize, you know what, perhaps I'm not setting as good an example as I need to work on me. Because it's not about setting a good example to be like somebody else. It's about setting a good example to be the best version of yourself. And we're never going to be our best, but we could always try to.
At least try to. Because trying to be like someone else is going to be hard. Because we weren't made to be like someone else. We were made to be like ourselves.
And cloning, by the way, is illegal. So just remember that next time you try, right? It is illegal.
So do you think persons feel guilty when their behavior isn't deemed as a good example?
It depends. I think in certain contexts, if you're in an environment where, the opinions of your peers is very important, then definitely. But if you're in that kind of environment where you're insulated from everybody else and you're just like, you can do whatever you want, you've got all the money to throw around, and so nobody ever says, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. It's like, who cares?
That sounds like a certain person I know whose name I won't call at all.
I think we all know those persons, good and bad. I think everybody can identify. It's like, that probably fits. Yeah, that probably doesn't fit. That's what I think. But yeah, seriously, because it depends. Sometimes people revere positions and money, and or I'll dare say it here in St. Kitts and Nevis, surnames, history, more than setting a good example. So it's a different standard for you, because I do not say that to you. Oh no.
No, I don't dare.
The person who is, I consider, I'm going to come down on you for things that really, there's no balance, if I can say that, because if there's no, let's say, subjecting yourself to that higher power, you'd want to set a good example, period. If you do, because you'd realize we're all equal anyway, it doesn't matter what our standing is in life. We are all equal and we are all the same, so to speak. We do different things, but definitely our values and the way that we should be perceived and should be treating others should be on that level of equality. But sometimes you don't get that. What you get is, I'm better. And that doesn't apply to me. Who do you think you are talking to me like that? Guess what? I'll say it to your face. I'll do that. I might not have a job after. But no, I'm serious. A lot of people are in positions where it's like, you're setting a bad example.
He's not going to have a job.
And then there's hypocrisy coming at you, and then it's like, you're sitting down and you're being schooled, but you can't dare say, well, you know what you did? No, don't, no, because, hey, I'm analytical. So I'll be like, and how is that different from what you did? Actually, I think I've done that before. Diplomatically, of course, respectfully.
I've done that many a times because when in my past job, we were taught conflict resolution, and
does it work?
Well, it worked for me.
Okay, good.
Almost every other person that had an issue with the other, because when we started working as two, the issues became more out there.
Wow.
Because difference of personalities. Some persons don't want to concede. We have egos, and I've never gotten to the office because I dealt with all of them on the aircraft, including senior members. And I told them, if this is what is going to happen, then we're not going to work today because I can take my bag and I can go inside. So, yeah. And it was sorted out. So from since that, like, they see me and they have respect for me. They even call up to me and I'd be like, well, we're your friends. We're just co-workers.
That is a
But you have to put your foot down.
Yeah, you do.
Like, one came one time and said, oh, I thought we had beef. I said, we cooking cook up? That one laughing right away because I don't have no beef with you. What is this? Seriously?
Love it. Love it.
But if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right?
That's it. I'm never going to look at beef the same way. All right. We will be back in a moment with more GMSKN. Stay tuned, guys.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are Salt Smart.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts. So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Female football has been on the rise over the years. What once was a male-dominated sport can now be played by either gender. Today we welcome someone who is significantly contributing to this development with her recently concluded Uprising Stars female football camp, Tracy Springer, and one of the participants of the football camp, Leonja Warner. So ladies, good morning and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Hi, pleasant good morning.
Pleasant good morning to everyone.
Oh, it's our pleasure to have you both. So I'm going to begin with my girl here, Tracy. Yes. So Tracy, what was the motivation to launch the Uprising Stars female football camp?
The motivation to launch this camp is a passion and a love for football. Everybody know that I'm a star player, represent St. Kitts on the national female football side of it. And I just wanted to give back to the community and the youths of this federation.
In giving back, were you part of any camps when you were growing up? How did you get into the game in the first place?
It's history. I think it's luck. I started in the primary school level. I just used to run around with the guys with the ball. I never knew anything about soccer, to be honest. And then one day, Coach Isaiah Morris, he saw me. I had speed because I was an athlete, I was a sprinter. And he saw me running with the ball, moving around with the boys. And then after, he came and he said, would you like to play football? I said, football? Make on the boots. So he said, I'm going to get you a pair of boots. And he brought them to me. And then that's how I came a part of the football. And then I just developed from there.
You see that? So he sowed a seed into your life, and now you're turning around and sowing seeds into girls' lives.
That's so sweet. So how many girls were part of your camp?
I had 30 girls registered, but consistency coming throughout the camp, I had 25.
Oh, nice.
It's a large number, right? Yeah. It's a large number.
Yes.
All right, Leanne, what was your experience at the camp?
My experience was very well. Well, I'm glad that I came out to support Good Mark because I wouldn't have known left if football was exposed to me. And the camp was very exciting. I worked very hard, tried my best, and yeah.
So what was some of the highlights from the camp? And don't be afraid because, Tracy's here. Talk to us honestly. What were some of the highlights?
We had to learn on our passing, know the weight of the ball, dribbling, know how to use your 2-foot dribbling, defending with your next opponent.
So on that note, which position did you enjoy most playing?
Well, I enjoyed the attacking because defending is very hard.
Okay, nice. So what got you into football too? Let me ask that question.
Well, I started playing football when I was 7.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
From school.
Jamie, stop aging us.
Yeah, so 7, and what did you do after that? You just kept it up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So interacting with coaches like Tracy here, that helps you, that motivates you when you see her on the field doing what she does?
Yes.
You want to be the next Tracy, don't you?
Yes.
So Tracy, who were some of the coaches that assist you at the camp?
I had Coach Samuel Phipps. He was here already.
Yeah,
in the national team.
Yes, with 2 of the girls.
He's like the overseer, the mentor.
Okay, nice.
Basically, he taught me. Okay. I had Jaida Lewis. Okay. I had Charlene Halliday, Kavisha Robin. I had Anwar Springer also working in the camp.
Oh, nice.
All right. 2 of those names stand out for me for obvious reasons, but anyway, Anwar Springer, yeah, one of my students. The names, I don't remember faces, but I remember the names, and I remember him now, as well. Jada, as well.
Nice,
wow.
Nice.
So, okay, you've gone to the camp. Camp is over. What happens after the camp? Those skills. What are you going to do with those?
I wanted to continue the camp because it was very exciting. But it was only like for 2 weeks. It could have been for more.
I like that. So Tracy, you heard that. So next time you need a month's camp, right?
So what? No, because you've already identified 25 young ladies consistently who want to develop their skill even more. Some of them might not be part of any team or anything like that. What's your plan for them, if any?
Well, my plan for them, from this camp, we have the academy. The academy is every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., where girls can sign up, come and train and develop their skills. So it continues. It's not just a camp. We have an academy where we keep them and try to grow them, enhance their skills technically and their ability through football.
Okay, that's great. So that camera is yours. Why don't you invite people to the academy? Tell us how to sign up, details, Facebook page, whatever.
You can sign up. We have forms available. You can contact me at 765-8612. The form entails consents of parents, name, address, medical information, and we are located at the Patsy Ellis playing field every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
So Leonga, it's not over.
No
excuses.
So every Saturday morning you can go. So Tracy, is there, in St. Kitts, is there a scholarship for young upcoming footballers? Say Leonga wanted to pursue the sport, she continues. Is there an opportunity for her to receive such a scholarship to study abroad?
Well, in that avenue, I haven't seen anything or heard anything about that. But this is what this camp is all about, for the exposure for them and people to see also. And probably we could get scholarships and scouts come to see them. That is the purpose of the camp, giving them exposure. Videos, pictures, we put it out there on all the media.
Nice.
You go on Facebook, you see the fun and everything.
How important is the support of parents to you in helping young girls become part of the craft?
It's very important. I'm happy. I must say that the parents, they were on board. They were very, very supportive. Even to the fact that there was like having the girls together because they can be doing something else, so much other distractions around. So it's something positive and parents geared towards it. And they saw it's not all about football also, because when they come, they learn respect, discipline, and everything we teach them. So it goes back into the household also, help them to become respectable young females and also role models in the future.
I was just going to ask if there were any other areas that were taught other than football, but you answered the question for me.
But also, we were just discussing how important it is to set a good example and whether there is a bit of a pressure cooker, particularly for athletes. And to hear you say that you're teaching them about respect. When we come back from the break, I want to know what your experience has been in that front. If you felt any pressure to set good examples, and whether there was sort of like a changing of attitudes or perspectives, or if you've even seen that in other people, including the young girls who went to your camps. We'll talk about all that and more in a moment. Stay tuned, everyone.
They call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee. Yes, it's me, Earthquake. I coming Tuesday around 10. No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced. And when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans such as lentils and kidney beans contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We're talking with Tracy Springer and Leandra Warner all about football and now, more specifically, the pressures that are associated with it. Before the break, I mentioned that Cortentia and I were having a discussion about whether athletes feel a sense of peer pressure to set a good example and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And you mentioned that you taught your girls respect, discipline, and all of that. So for your experience, from your experience, have you ever felt pressured to set a good example, first of all? And, well, I'll direct the other part to Leandra later.
I wouldn't say like pressured, but you know what I mean? We have values. Everybody grew up with the values, different attitudes. You just have to control it and know what's right from wrong. So I know that over the past time playing football, I'm a good leader. Captain, vice captain, coach could depend on me to warm up the girls and stuff like that. So it's always a standard, but we have attitude. Everybody have the attitude, but you just have to control it in a respectable way. So it's not like pressure, but you just instilling into them that everybody has their opinion. You have to respect each other's opinion, and we could do things in a proper manner, a more respectable manner to each other. And then it goes along with not just respect your peers, but respect who's in control. And you give them like lifestyle scenarios, because if you have a teacher, you're going to respect her in the classroom. You're going to respect your peers. So it's the same respect. And the same respect I give them, because being a role model to the youths, hearing them say, you know, Timac, number 7, and, you know, stuff like that. When we're going to play football, so I know that females are watching and everybody is watching. So, and yes, I have to carry my way in a manner, but it's not like pressure. I'm not going to be going out there and doing like bad stuff up and down. Like, you know what I mean? They know me, everybody know me, a jolly person. So the respect is there. So it's like, it's no pressure.
Okay,
honestly.
good. Especially when we think of, I think on the international scene, we've seen some athletes getting into potentially fights, brawls, right? So we don't have those issues here. It's just a matter of mutual respect. Leandra, I'm going to stop talking shortly. I just want to know, you know, your experience. You were taught discipline. You were taught respect. Did it change your behavior in any way?
Well, yes, it did, because we always try to be a good one to set an example. Even if my team is doing something bad, try to correct them, to tell them do it better. I don't really give coaches attitude. Right? I always try to be my best, do my best everywhere I go.
No, that's so good. And keep it up. Yeah. So Tracy, the name Uprising and Stars. Why? Why that name?
Curious. Uprising. I thought of it. I entered a course, Taiwanese course, earlier last year, and I had to present a business plan, business idea. And, you know, I love football, as I tell you, the passion for football. So I decided, you know, soccer academy would be good. That was my idea. And I developed on it, and we had to get a name for the business and everything like that. And then I was like, Uprising Stars. This definition is because, like, from the lowest level to the highest level, and stars, they're in the sky, you want to reach your highest point, highest limit. And this is what I want for these females. I don't just want to develop them, but I want them to reach their highest level. So if Leandra is a part of the academy and she said, Coach, I want to be a professional athlete, footballer, we try to push her to the highest limit ever. And that's where the name came from. Uprising, you keep going upwards. And that's what I want for these females. Not just staying in one level, but pushing them forward to be better than I was, better than the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you give me goosebumps.
So I'm listening to you now, knowing that the camp just recently concluded, 25 girls consistently. Did you see that promise there in those girls, that they would actually excel?
I was very, very surprised. I must say that I was happy for these females, because each day, me and the other coaches, we saw what we was putting into them coming out. And I would say, from example, after the camp finished, we had a practice match, some matches against Bath, that's Nevis. So they came down. So we let them actually play the game now to see, and we just watch. And we really saw them trying to do the stuff like with the passing drills, trying to keep the ball, trying to shoot. So it really came out. And I say, but these girls, and you see what she said? She wanted the camp to continue. So it was, I felt really good to see that I was doing something positive and not just, every day I would tell them, even if you learn something, when we come back the next day, we will always recap on the topic. And I will always see like who listening, the knowledge, who developing. So it's not just, I don't want to teach them to forget. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes,
I want to see it implemented in the game and better their game and their skills.
Oh, that's so sweet. Muscle
So
memory.
Bianca, you improved.
She's pretty quiet over there.
That's not. Positive nod. Positive nod.
This is your first camp, right?
This is the first ever.
Okay, so when you got this idea, did you think you were going to get the response like the 25 girls that you actually got?
Honestly, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I have the academy going.
Okay.
And I've been putting it out there, advertising it, and on our social media, and encouraging girls, even the players who are signed up, encouraging their friends to sign up, reaching out to parents, people in the community. So I know the numbers would have been big.
All right, one final question to you, Tracy, and Lianga, you can feel free to jump in with a response as well, because you were part of the camp. I want to ask you if there's anything that you would need from corporate sponsors, say the next time you have this camp, or even as you're continuing the academy, because you mentioned that you got your first pair of shoes from a coach who saw, the promise in you. So is there anything by way of sponsorship that you need to facilitate the camp? And that's your camper again.
Definitely, sponsorship would be very, very contributing to the camp in the sense of like gears for the girls. Not everybody is going to be well equipped. And just an overall investment. We're looking at it as because there's no grassroots level for females in the federation. And we're trying to get away from the bias, like just male-centered. So the attention that this camp can get can really, really develop these girls. So an investment towards even jerseys and stuff like that would be a great, great contribution to the camp.
All right, great. And Lianga, your chance. Anything you want. You never know, somebody might be out there listening.
I wanted to be a professional. I played cricket and still football, and I used to one. I wanted to be a professional cricketer and a footballer, but mother always tell me I have to choose one. I was like, Mommy, why? If I have the two talents. So I always tell her, well, whichever one I best in, I will choose.
So which one is that? This
I don't
one, right?
even know.
You don't know?
No, it just, yeah, she got time. She got time.
Football.
She got time. She's got a bit of time. Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? Thank you for coming by. I wish we had more time to talk to you.
I know.
But you keep the academy going. We're going to be
Yes.
watching you, see what's going on. So thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations.
Same to you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
And to the public, we have a female football academy. We're asking everybody, sign up the females, get them going. Yeah.
All right, more Good Morning SKN in a flash. Stay tuned.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now, for the directions, it's very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon slice, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
All right, so it's Friday.
Yay.
It's Friday. All right, so it's
That's
only
not
right.
convincing.
It's not convincing?
No.
All right, when I run out of here, you'll know it's Friday. It's only right that we have some lighthearted fun and laughter to usher in the weekend. So there's this popular trend on social media where people make posts with the caption, "I was today years old when I learned." Oh, I have a few of those in my head. And we're going to read some of these posts, but before we get into it, Hortensia,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to share how old you were before you learned certain things?
I don't know. Okay, once we go through the stuff, then I can say, okay, this or that.
Okay.
But for now, no, I can't say.
I've got one. I was, let me see how old was I? Like 2 weeks ago, I was that old when I learned how to use a colander properly.
A what?
Apparently, you're supposed to put it in the pot and turn it over. You know, when you're straining your macaroni or whatever, your pasta. And you're supposed to put the base in the pot and then just turn it over. And then you do that. What we normally do, however, is that we turn the pot over into the colander. And we try to shake and then we try to get it all back into the pot.
I
It's
now
supposed to stay back
understand what you're
in the
saying.
pot.
Mm-hmm. So you put it over the pot, you take that up in the pot with the hot water, and then you turn it over in the sink.
Precisely.
So is there a right way or a wrong way?
Listen.
So the chef has been using it wrong all these years? Oh, well.
Oh, and how to open a can. You know that opener? You don't. I might miss. Listen, let's just get to it because I feel like I'm predicting some of these things. But people like that opener that you use, not the automatic one. That the one that you ever struggle with a tin of milk when you try to like open it on the side. You're like, here's my hole. I'm going around the top, and then you got jagged edges.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to do it on the side. It comes off like a clean lid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was like 5 years before old when I learned that. Anyway.
Hello, you're not old. You're not at 50. Well, 50 is not old. He's not even in middle age and he's making noise.
How do you know that?
Because I know. Do you want me to call it? Then again, Lila will say we're old, so no, we're not going to call
Yeah,
it.
you have an issue with old. All right. You got this one? Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh, I'm 22 years old and I just realized that this little piggy went to market doesn't mean he went food shopping.
Well, I'm today years old. Just putting that out there. What does that mean?
That he didn't went to get food, he went to be sold and somebody he was going to go home and died.
Well, that's what that. Wow.
Yeah, he was going to go home and be killed, not died. He was going to go home and be killed to make bacon for breakfast. Yeah.
I apologize.
That's why he was crying, because he know that was inevitable.
I know that we're rated G.
Mm-hmm.
So to any young child that's out there watching, I apologize for what Hortensia just did to you.
But it's the truth.
Really? You gave them a lesson in bacon.
Yeah.
But you also basically said that it's not a fun nursery rhyme. It's like this little piggy was going to the slaughterhouse.
Oh my God, yes, the man knew he was going to die. So he was just crying like, oh my gosh,
Not
you're
the
going to kill
steakhouse, the
me.
slaughterhouse, but you lead him anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's terrible, Hortensia. I'm scarred now. I was 2 years old. All right.
Okay,
so
you
here's
were
the Salva
today.
post. Just found out when someone tells you break a leg in an audition, it is because they're hoping you end up in the cast. Now my head is exploding.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that much.
Yeah.
There's an understudy. Break a leg is like, you think it means good luck, right? But yeah. Ah, yeah.
You get it now, right? Cast, foot,
Yeah.
but you're a part of the actual set.
Oh, I missed that one.
You're today years old.
I'm here talking about, seriously, today and a minute late.
Yeah, that's what that is.
So it's a play on cast.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that went over so many heads. Anyway.
Yeah, but
There we
people do
go.
think it means good luck, though.
Just found out when someone tells you to break a leg in an audition, it is because they're hoping you end up in the cast.
So you get it now, right? The
Yeah.
cast, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm part of the show, here it goes. I broke legs.
Because it's an audition.
Yeah.
Listen, this is like PhD type stuff.
Yo.
All right.
Oh my gosh, we have thoughts in the shower, so just shower thoughts. The U in Q is silent. It is, because all we hear is Q. The letter Q, literally, the line,
Who
Q.
thinks of this stuff? Oh,
Shower thoughts in the
clearly
shower.
People with not much to do because they're just in the shower.
Yeah, because you don't
I
hear
get it.
U.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one I get. The U and Q is
But
silent.
I would have never thought of that, though.
Neither would I.
Yeah. But it makes plenty sense. Q, the letter Q. So Q, yeah. Oh, Q.
I see. All right. So if someone is a QT, you just need to. Well, you know what? That reminds me of this video that I saw with this guy called MT. I was going to joke and say you just need Q and T to say someone is a cutie. You don't need to spell it out.
Oh, Q and T, yeah.
Similarly, all you need to show that your wallet is empty are not the letters EMPTY. You just need the M and the T.
Empty, yes, empty. Yeah,
right?
for real, yeah. I have an empty wallet. Yeah.
At least you got a wallet, which you can sell. It has value. All right, so I was today years old when I learned how long owl legs are.
Wow.
I'm scarred.
I knew those things were under there because that's a chicken in real life.
What is that? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I am scarred. Please, no. I mean, this is like, like when you tell people or you hear people joking about people having pond bird legs or chicken legs.
Yeah.
This literally puts me back in that frame.
But he has cute bow pondbird legs.
I don't even want to see that, Hortensia. I don't want that level of detail. I'm scarred.
And that's why the owl got its feathers so he won't be bullied. Yeah. Because.
I'm sorry.
Imagine the owl walking around with his legs out and everybody be like, yo, skinny legs.
Are you
He
kidding?
wouldn't be confident.
I've seen a few people like that who look like they have owl. So I'm going to change it now. It's not podbird legs anymore. It's going to be owl legs. Boy, oh my God.
Jesus knows what he's doing when
Now
he
I
does
know.
it. Yep.
Yeah,
All
cover
that. Stop laughing at owl legs. Owl legs.
Podbird legs.
I just found out that the division symbol is just a blank fraction with dots replacing the numerator And the denominator, oh my God. Yeah, that's all it is.
Do you realize Abdul's username is Advil?
Yeah.
So it probably gave him a headache for a while. He had to take the pill.
Yep.
Guys, I was today years old when I found that out too. All right?
Yep.
Wow. That's a lot of thought.
I know. Like people are just sitting down and just thinking about these things.
Well, I guess they come up with them based on what they do. But hey, yeah, who has time for that?
Yeah.
Really a lot of people. I must try it. I must post on my pages and see, I was today years old when.
I'm thinking about it all, and I wonder if he felt exploited that his secret is out. I'm trying to think.
Hey, we could start a business. Let's call it Owl Stockings. Not Owl Stockings, sorry. Owl Stockings.
Owl Stockings.
Or socks for, whatever.
Oh, man.
Socks for animals.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so I was today years old when I realized the Krusty Krab was a crab trap.
Yeah, that's why Mr. Krab is stuck in there.
Yeah.
Stuck making money in there.
Is this SpongeBob?
Yeah, SpongeBob
SquarePants. Okay, the animation reminds me of that. So that's what it is? I thought it was a restaurant.
Crab trap.
Because it sounds like the name of a restaurant, right? It's like the Krusty Krab.
But do you realize no crabs go in that restaurant and Mr. Krab is the only crab that's in there?
No, because I don't watch SpongeBob.
Okay, so you gotta watch SpongeBob to see that it's all fish characters and Mr. Plankton that tries to always steal his recipe that goes into. You never see any extra. Even Mr. Krab's daughter is a whale. I don't never understand that. So who's the mother? Mr. Krab should know he's not the father. He needs to go to Murray.
You're giving us a Maury part.
Yes.
Cortezia, it's rated G. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You're scarring children.
You never see. His daughter is a whole whale. And he's a crab.
So you just said that he needs to
Go to Murray, yeah.
Yeah, get a DNA test on his daughter.
He's not the father.
Wow. I get
all
it.
For the laughs. All for the laughs,
get it.
Jamie. All for the laughs.
Got it?
I was 3 years old when I found out the sides of juice boxes are for kids to hold it so they don't squeeze out the juice. I was 3 years old. I never knew that.
That's the fun of it. Like,
I just
literally,
thought-
you're just like, hey, it's all over my hand.
Yeah, but I just thought that is to get the extra juice out of the juice box. Because you know how much juice settles at the bottom of the juice box? So you cut it open and you pour out all.
These things need to come with instructions. Does anybody else feel like that? Because we think we know how to use these things, just like the bus driver thinks he knows how to drive. And apparently, we need instructions, right?
So then they need to put something on the Capri Sun pouches. Because that's hard for the poor little kids.
Yeah, of
By the time
course.
they stick the straw in and they hold it, it's like juice is all over them. Yeah. So
That's the
Capri Sun
fun
need
part. Can you imagine?
wings.
Like when you buy bag drinks, we talked about that the other day. Of course, the frozen
Oh,
ones. The
man.
semi-frozen ones were the best. So, works out.
Now you're making me, I'm going to go home and get a bag drink.
Wow.
Bag
You're
drink.
gonna go home and get a bag drink. Alrighty. So so today years old.
Yeah, when I found out that the side. Oh,
Here we go.
I was today years old when I found out that the first episode of a show is called Pilot because it's the first time they are on air.
I never got the ear reference before, but seeing it in print
Mhm.
gives me that ear reference. I literally thought that they call it the pilot because after a while, the show has the potential to crash and burn. So that's really where I was going with it. It wasn't the ear reference. It was like, yeah, you could crash and burn. Like, you're just here for a season, 13 episodes, and that's it. You're done.
Well, not
Right.
technically not crash and burn, but you can close down, or you can only operate one aircraft. How about that? The shade, yes, I threw it.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Crash and burn. I'm still sticking with my crash and burn references. There were a lot of good shows. And by the way, whatever happened to Queen Latifah's show? What did you do with Queen Latifah? Her talk show was the best. You guys loved it for 2 seasons, and she's not there anymore. And I'm like,
Look at that. After all my years drinking these, I finally figured out that you can reverse the top and close it again. How? I'm lost. I never knew.
It just says
Oh, turn it around.
You can reverse.
Oh,
You're
'cause I'm
literally-
trying to figure it out.
You're literally 2 days and 10 seconds old.
I know.
Today and 10 seconds
I
later.
know. Oh, okay.
We did that.
But we threw it away thinking we gotta gulp all of it down.
I hate that though.
Yeah, it was very acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Sorry. Yeah. Somebody loves it out there. So
Yeah.
if you love it, you love it.
Not us.
Nah, at all. Yep. Today years old when you know. Oh, here it is. I was today years old when I found out that SpongeBob's parents are dried out sponges and not baked chocolate chip cookies.
She don't look like chocolate chip cookie.
How
Not
would she
to
be a
me.
chocolate chip cookie in the water?
Yeah, and that. Hello. A lot of things go on in that water that you wonder how they get it done, okay? A lot of things go on in that water. How do you drive on the water? So that means there's extra rocks in that boat. There's a lot of things that
I'm getting a
goes on.
lesson. I see that. I'm getting a lesson in what it means to be today years old.
Yes.
All righty. Well, we are, what is it? We're, yeah. No, you're not reading my mind at all, Hortensia.
No,
All right.
no.
No telepathy at all. Guys, guess what? It's time to take a break on Good Morning SKN. Can't say anything else. I can't say today because we'll be back. So we'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are at that segment when we let you know what's happening. Yes, what is happening. So, I like this. The Dreamy Group, the company that provides exceptional decorative services for weddings and other social events, is having a buy one, get one free sale. So you buy a wedding and you get the next wedding free? I wonder.
I'll just take the payment for the divorce. I'm sorry. Just keep going.
This applies to all roses. Visit their website, www.st.kittsnevisflorist.com, and use the promo code BOGO when placing your order. That's www.st.kittsnevisflorist.com and use the promo code BOGO. For more information, you can call them at 466-9418 or you can WhatsApp at 766-9189. So once again, the numbers to call are 466-9418 or WhatsApp at 766-9189.
Yeah, we got this wrong, Hortensia. No, we're not buying a wedding.
No, we're not
We're
getting
buying
one free wedding.
flowers.
We were just hoping, you know.
Bigamy is still a crime.
No, we can marry twice. We can marry today and then we can marry next year.
Oh, I see. To the same person, though.
Yes, of course.
Just making sure.
Listen, after you married one person, you don't want to marry nobody else after that?
You were the one who said the
I
other
do
day that
not
Stevie Wonder. I don't want to
That's
misquote
why I
you, so
said,
I'm
how
not
did
going to
he
say.
manage a tree? No, after one, I'm done. No more. No more. Yeah. It's that serious.
You heard it here first. I'm kidding.
Maybe many other times.
That's what you say. I was just teasing you. Listen,
no.
one and done.
One and done.
Yeah. You're talking about September, right? Being September baby month. Guess what? Yeah, some people thought that too. We're in September. Anyway, moving on. The St. Kitts and Nevis Nurses, look at that. It's linked, right?
Yes.
St. Kitts and Nevis Nurses Association, but they're not talking babies, will be hosting a meet and greet tomorrow at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. It all starts at 1 p.m. So if you are a nursing student, go out and enjoy as other nursing students get together and engage in fun activities. Nurses can have fun too, right? So remember, it all starts at 1 p.m. and you don't want to miss it. I wonder what kind of things they're going to be doing.
I was just,
Meet and
in
greet?
my head, since you mentioned babies, I was wondering if they were going to have, like, who can deliver the baby the fastest, you know, have a kind of a simulation. Yeah.
Hortensia, you're making me laugh. Is that a reality show?
No, but that might be the case.
Nurses?
So, because, you know, you have to work under pressure, and if the baby's in distress, you know, you have to get the cord from around the baby. You have to pop the little, if the water, you know, that sounds nice. And then who can bandage the fastest? Who can get their patient in their bed without hurting them? You know, fun stuff like that.
It's actually a great concept. I can see you as a nurse.
No.
You seem to know a lot about this stuff.
I'm only excited about which baby we're going to get or babies we're going to get for National Heroes Day this year and Independence Day. How about that? Wink, wink. So parents that are expecting to be delivered, you can call us and come on our show so we can have your, National Hero or Independence baby.
I think you should have announced it back in January or December.
Maybe they're watching now.
So that things could have been timed. It needed to be announced before. It needed to be like, if you can time it, right? Because we were on air. Yeah, you needed to time it better, Cortencia. You'd be like, hey guys, this is a lotto, right? Let's see how many Independence babies we get. Then you come on our show.
I'm on bet we're going to have, no, I can't say 39, because I was just going to go with the year, but I don't think there are 39 pregnant females right now in the Federation. So I'm going to bet on 5 Independence babies, and I'm going to say we're going to have 4 National Hero babies in the Federation, yes.
National Hero babies.
Yeah. And
you know, the flip side of that is that you have to count from independence. 9 months after. Never mind. The Caribbean. But this is your. I just wanted to get to this one.
So the Caribbean Cinemas is having a special tomorrow. That's a Saturday, 3rd September. So before you go back to school, go and enjoy the popcorn, the squirms, the almonds, the juice, the nachos, the game room. Yes, because after that, it's hard work. So on September 3rd, it's only $8 for every movie. Every showtime. The movies showing tomorrow night are Beat, Bulletproof, DC League of Superhero Pets. Yes, I have to watch that. Minions, I watched that already. The Rise of Gru, Thor, and so much more. So yeah, go out tomorrow night. Go out tomorrow night and enjoy the movies.
Yeah, absolutely right. And hey, you get to visit the website as well, caribbeancinemas.com/location/Saint-Kitts. Right? That's where you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the movies again, Beat. I've never heard of Beat. Bulletproof, I've never heard of that. DC League of Super Pets, I have to watch that. It's finally on my box. I watched Minions already, The Rise of Gru. I am still yet to watch Thor, but I'm not going to the movies. I'm going to wait until it comes on my box. Yeah. So those are the movies that are going to be on tomorrow. So you got to go.
I'm scarred because when you said Beat, I thought of meat and what happened to the little pig that went to market. Scarred. Seriously.
He ought to know when he left his home that he wasn't going to make it back.
Oh, my
You think he knew
gosh.
that? He was excited to go to market. Never be excited to go to market. You come back with an empty wallet, an empty purse, yes,
Really?
and a piggy that's going to be dinner.
Cortencia, make it stop. I beg you. I beg you.
Oh, man.
All right, so this is the time. It's almost time for the end of the show, isn't it?
Yeah, but yes, but it's
Right.
not the end just yet. So
It's
how
not.
about today's shows?
Today's show was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, your prediction came
Apart
true.
from the piggy reference, which is going to scar me.
And the owl legs?
Oh, don't remind me. What are you doing?
Because I have to remind you. So the next time you see an owl, you're going to know why God gave it all the feathers. Stop it from being bullied. I told you.
The next time I go to town, I'm probably going to see some owls.
Where?
I don't know.
I've never seen an owl in St. Kitts.
That's the question.
Now we gotta check your legs.
That's the question. Literally do that.
Oh man.
Guys, we just want to thank you for joining us today for another edition of the quirky show that is Good Morning SKN. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube at Studio 327 Inc. and of course Instagram at Good Morning SKN. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. I don't know why Cortensia's pointing at me. You don't have to follow me, but maybe you can follow her. That's fine.
I'm pointing at the areas they can reach us at, they can look at us at. No, I'm not pointing at the owl over there. And we always ask you to leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. So see you on Monday at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN, where there's a little bit of everything for everyone. Have a safe, enjoyable, and yes, a productive weekend, because some of us now go into our chores.
And not necessarily reproductive.
The reproduction has already happened. We're just waiting for the babies to come to fore. Yeah. So have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Oot.